Welcome to Line Dance 101, where we go over basic line dance vocabulary. In today's episode, we're going to be going over steps and all of the different options with a touch, point, kick, scuff. So here are your options. We're going to start with the step point.
So we're doing the step point. We can either do these in place or we can be moving them both forward and backward. We'll start with in place. So we'll start with our right foot. We're going to place our right foot next to our left, putting weight on it. Left foot is free. We're going to point that one out to the side. And again, when we point, there's no weight on the foot. We're just placing it there. And again, bringing the foot back in, together and switch weight, point out to the right, together and switch weight, point out to the left. We can also move these forward. So taking that left foot forward, we can walk onto the foot, switching weight, pointing the right one out to the side. We can move on to the right foot and point the left one out to the side. And again, we can do the exact same thing backing up, moving back on the left, pointing the right, moving back on the right, pointing the left.
This is the step touch.
So for this, we're going to take a side step to our right, side step to our right, transferring weight. Our left foot is free and we're going to tap it next to our right with no weight on it because we're going to use that left foot again, stepping out to the side, side to the left, tapping our right. And we can take this in multiple directions as well. We can take it side, we can take it forward and back, we can also take it diagonal, which eventually becomes a K-step.
And now the step kick.
Again, similar to a step touch or a step point, we're just going to kick the foot out in front instead. So with our right foot, we're going to march in place, step, and with that left foot, we're going to kick it out in front of us, kick. You can either take the foot off the ground, so if we were here, we can either take it off the ground, or you can just point it out in front of you if the balance doesn't feel as secure. Again, same thing with that right foot, we're going to step, kick, and we're going to do the exact same thing with the other foot, step, kick. The important part is that we're not putting weight on the foot that we're kicking out because we're going to need to use it again.
This is the step heel.
Again, similar to the step kick or the step touch, we're going to step our right foot first in place, step, and with our left foot, we're going to bring our heel forward, heel, and we're touching that heel to the ground. Again, not transferring weight, just touching that heel. Closing the left again, step, and then heel forward with the right, heel.
And this is the step stomp.
Similar to a step touch, we're just going to take that foot and make a little noise with it and kind of press it on the ground harder. So we're going to step out to the right. We're stepping right foot, and with the left foot, we're going to stomp it next to our right. With this stomp, we're not trying to change weight onto it. We're going to use it again like a tap. We're just putting our foot flat on the ground instead of touching the toe. So we're using that stomp to move us again to the other side. So now the left foot, we're going to stomp our right. Stomp. Again, step, stomp, step, stomp. And you can also do this double sometimes as well. Sometimes the dance will ask you to do step, stomp, stomp, or step, stomp, stomp. No matter what, you'll still have that foot that you stomped with free to move on to the next piece.
This is the step scuff.
So what a scuff is going to do is you're basically taking your whole foot and scraping the floor. So with the right foot, we're going to take that and we're going to scrape the floor and then put the right foot back down, placing it next to your left. Again, we're going to do the same thing with the left foot. We're going to scrape the floor, and then close with the same foot. You can use these also to travel, so sometimes it'll scuff that right foot and then we can move forward onto it. Sometimes you'll scuff that foot to help you rotate, so sometimes we would scuff and then make a quarter turn out of it. Or sometimes you would scuff and go side, scuff, side. No matter what, similar to all your touches and taps, you're using the same foot that you scuffed with again.
And this is the hook.
What a hook does is you're essentially making a figure 4 with your leg. So if we took our right foot straight out in front of us, we're gonna bend our knee and we're gonna cross it in front of the other leg, essentially making a figure 4 shape. A lot of times with this, they'll usually do a heel first, like a heel hook, heel, and then close. And we can do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna just kick the leg out first, kick the leg out, and again, we're gonna hook that leg or cross it in front of the other, making a figure 4 and bringing it back out. It doesn't always have to use that heel step there. Sometimes you'll use the hook step in a rotation. So example, if we were stepping forward on the left foot, we can rotate and we can now hook that right foot, making again a figure 4 to help us turn. Essentially just the action is bending that knee across your other leg, creating that figure 4 shape.
And this is the hitch.
What a hitch is essentially a knee up. So if we're taking a side step with our right foot, we're stepping side. Instead of tapping, touching, bringing our heel out, we're actually gonna bring the leg up, up. And we can do the same thing going to the other side. So if we step on the left foot, we're gonna bring our right knee up. Doesn't necessarily have to be high, but we're not putting weight on the foot versus doing a tap or a touch here. So it's a little bit different because we're bringing it up and then back down, up and then back down. We can also obviously do this going forward and back as well. We can walk forward and knee up. We can also back up, knee up. So another name for hitch is knee up.
And now the fan.
What a fan is going to do is essentially making a windshield wiper back and forth action. To do this, we're going to place our heel onto the ground, and our heel is our pivot point, and our toe is going to either switch from one direction to the other, but we're not moving our foot, nor are we putting full weight on the foot. The heel, like we said, is a pivot point that our toe can just fan or switch from side to side. We can do it on the other foot as well, same thing. Placing the heel on the ground first and letting the toe go in, out, in, out.
This is the foot slaps.
So exactly what it sounds like, we're hitting our foot. So first example, we can take, say, our right foot and we can bring it behind us, and with it, we're slapping it with the opposite hand. So if we're taking our right leg behind, we're gonna hit it with our left hand. Same thing going to the other side, I'm gonna hit foot with the opposite hand. I can take it into the back, I can also take it to the front. Front, I can also turn my foot, hit it the other direction. It just depends on what it's asking for in the song. But anything that says heel slap, we're hitting the side of our foot.